Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video and hope you guys are doing well today. Now, there's been a video going around recently of Quinn, and if you follow any of the WoW YouTubers, you'll have seen the reactions to this, talking about how, he loves WoW, but he's quitting the new expansion War Within already, how so many things are bad, there's nothing good about it, and, the world is ending. I disagree with a lot of his opinions, and would love to actually have that conversation. Obviously, I'm a very small YouTuber, it's not going to happen, but I'd love to have that conversation as to, rebut some of the things he's saying. But I wanted to do a video talking about some of the good things that are happening in War Within and some of the, things that I've enjoyed personally. And I'd love to also hear what you guys are enjoying in the comments as well. So let's get into it. So first of all, the leveling experience, right? I know this is something that people have been absolutely going crazy about. So the first thing, let's get the facts out of the way. The leveling scaling could have been nerfed in early access, but wasn't. They actually left it a day into actual access so people could use it. After the nerf, it's around a 10 to 15% total nerf. You can notice it, but if you've still got good gear at level 70, you're still going to feel strong all the way till sort of 75, 76, which is when you would have in an old expansion anyway. The other part is, I also think it's a good nerf. Normal dungeons felt awful when you could have literally a tank pull the entire dungeon, do millions of DPS and never die and not need anyone else in the group. The rest of the group was just surplus. So for me, this was a good nerf. But the other part is I've leveled now 6 level 80s. I've leveled through Delves, I've leveled through World Quests, I've leveled through Loremaster, Dungeons. The only thing I haven't leveled through is PvP, and I will talk about PvP. I do think that's the one part of the game that's in a little bit of a state right now. But yeah, I'll get into that in a second. But in overall leveling, I hate leveling, right? I'm traditionally the person that will either buy a boost or will have 1 or 2 characters because I just can't be bothered leveling another one. This expansion, I already have 680s. I'm working on more, and let's get into the next part of this, the time gating. I do believe that the time gating is a week too long, right? We have a week too long of normal and heroic dungeons and no extra content. I think if they'd have reduced that to a week, so we'd have the 3 days early access, then a full week full of normals and heroics, into a full week of normal and heroic raids M0, and then into Mythics or Mythic Raid and Mythic Plus, it would have been perfect. I think it is a little bit too long at the moment, but overall, I'm doing stuff that I would never do at the start of an expansion because I have so much time to actually spend in doing different things. I promise you, Loremaster, I will never have done it in any other expansion. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I've leveled other characters doing it because of how great the warband system is. Don't get me wrong, right? People are going to see this and go, oh, you're just a Blizzard fanboy. I'm not, right? I'm so critical. If you go and look at my videos, recently talked about how they are just destroying the classic side of the game. But in terms of the War Within, I actually think we're giving them too little credit for the good stuff they are doing. Now, don't get me wrong. World quests. There are buggy world quests that just either you can't complete or, quests in general you just can't complete. It's impossible to get Loremaster right now because it's time gated for some reason. They fixed one of them but not the other one. It's, there's a couple of different things, right? There's, when you turn war mode on, there's one of the caches in Ashkahet that gets bugged every time, right? This is frustrating and isn't acceptable for as big of a company as Blizzard is. But in general, the game feels good, right? There's lag and there's daily maintenance. I'm not saying it's without problems, but yeah. In terms of the dungeons themselves, the dungeons as a whole are fantastically well designed. There are so many different varieties. They've not just done something that I notice in Final Fantasies when you get like a new set of dungeons. They tend to find a mechanic that they really like that's new and innovative, but they just put it everywhere, right? There's just lots of things. Whereas this one, I feel like we've got a whole host of different things. We have Court of Stars style dungeon. We have Priory, which is very open and you can go different directions and do different things. There's a whole host of different things you can do in the dungeons, which is great. And it really does lead into what is going to be exciting M+ seasons. In terms of, obviously, the raid, we can't judge that yet. It's just not here. PvP, I I like the top end PvP, I'll be honest. That as a whole, I'm looking forward to Solo Shuffle, looking forward to Rated Battlegrounds. I want to be recording it, I want to be uploading it, I really do enjoy it. I think you can't level in PvP where you can level in every other aspect of the game pretty much, which does bug me a little bit because while BGs do give experience, it's just not worth it. I would like to see that changed a little bit, but in general, I mean, you know, you get to max level, you do some PvP, it's, you know, it is PvP. It's the same cycle we've gone through every time, but suddenly all of a sudden people are against it, right? You know, we go through that cycle of, right, I'm going into PvP with no PvP gear, I'm going to get ruffle stomped. Until I get a little bit of PvP gear and I can sort of hold my own, and then I get a lot of PvP gear and I'm starting to carry. And then I'm fully PvP geared and I stomp, right? That's the cycle. That's the cycle we've gone through in Wrath, in Kata, in BFA, in Legion, in every expansion that's come before us. That is the cycle. So I don't, and you can pay to skip that cycle in the last two expansions, right? Crafted PvP gear is available. So if you have the gold, you can do that. Let's talk about gold. Let's talk about professions. I have had some of the most fun I've ever had crafting. Right? What? Like, I am a true action player, right? I don't care about the story, although apparently the story is fantastic. Couldn't tell you, I've skipped most of it, I'll be honest. I play like Mythic Plus or BGs or PvP. I'm constantly doing something that isn't sat in town because I find it boring. Hate trying to make money, right? But professions are actually fun. Going around, I'm literally going around at the moment, each character, and just doing everything I can to max a profession. Go and get all the treasures, go and get all the knowledge I can, go and craft some orders, go and just explore, go and get all my first crafts done. And that is super fun, actually. I'm having such a great time with it. I would say it equals kind of the complexity of the Final Fantasy profession somewhat, which is, again, something I really thoroughly enjoyed. So, overall, I don't know what the point of this video is, and that's a weird thing for a YouTuber to say. YouTubers as a whole are meant to put, you know, clickbaity things to get people in the door and watching their videos so that they see adverts and they make money off the adverts, right? Quinn is obviously someone that has built a massive, massive audience up for his WoW, Diablo, PoE, all these different games over the years. And I feel like this is a really, really bold statement. He doesn't go into much detail as to why. He gives it a 4 out of 10. And I mean, that's like me rating Ashes of Creation a 4 out of 10 at the moment, right? I've seen a video, right? But the game's not here yet. We haven't seen the main part of the game, the main portion of the game. I had to do this video mainly because every time I see someone reacting to his video, it just annoys me, right? Because I feel like only one side of this story is being told. So I'm going to leave it here, you guys. I don't want this to be too ranty, although I feel like it kind of is. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments how you're enjoying the expansion. If you are playing the World Within, if you're still playing Classic, kudos to you. I'll be coming back in soon, virtually, for prep for Firelands. I may be re-rolling. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. More videos coming soon, as always, and peace.